you hear me?
So there should be a little microphone on the bottom left, and you adjust it to your. There we go. I hear someone now.
You hear me, right?
Okay, perfect. London, right?
That's correct.
Beautiful,
Pleasure to meet
beautiful.
you, man. Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure's all mine.
Blessed.
Let's see if Wilbert's on. Wilbert, are you on? Can you hear us?
Mike, I want to apologize. If I do have 2 children. If they're loud or if they get in the way, I can try to mute this or whatever I need to do. I don't want to hinder Wilbert or anything learning as well.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, there's a little functionalities that when I talk, you get melted. But thanks for letting me know. Wilbert, can you hear us? There's a little microphone on the bottom. You just click on the arrow next to it, and you pick what your microphone is. Wilbert, can you hear us? There's a little microphone on the bottom left. If you click on the arrow. Can you hear us, Wilbert?
Yeah. Hey, Dojo.
Perfect. Okay, guys, we got 1 minute, and then we'll just get started. If people come, then they come. You guys started on time. I was here. We'll get it rolling.
Okay.
All right. Well, why don't we start, Wilbert? Why are you here? What is your goal? What are you trying to achieve?
You talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Asking me? Just trying to learn more about real estate. Man, I've kind of been following you on YouTube a little bit, and yeah, and like what I hear, man. Yeah, seems like you're a real go-getter and you know what you're talking about. So that's why I decided to try to join you and see what I could do with this. Yeah.
Okay, so have you done a deal before?
I haven't done anything. No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and what is your goal? Are you just trying to like wholesale deals? You want to buy and hold? You want to do and fix and flip, or you're just exploring your all options right now?
Yeah, just exploring all options, really. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. Now let's and you work full time? Is that right?
I kind of work part time right now. I do RT, respiratory therapy. Yeah.
Gotcha. Perfect. Right. All right. I just wanted to make sure. And are you looking to get into real estate right now to just like buy your own personal home, or are you trying to get real estate to make money off of it?
To make money. I'm trying to make some money. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes,
perfect. All right. So let me jump to London real quick. All right. London, thank you. What is your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Why are you here?
I'm mostly here for a lot of what you talk about, man. Freedom, getting out of the rat race. That's a little cliche, but I'm 32. I live in Las Vegas. I'm from San Antonio, Texas originally. And within the last 4 or 5 years, I've been trying to grind my way up, my mental state, and just trying to do real estate. Grant Cardone was a big influencer for me before he got big. And he taught me everything about sales, and now I want to step up in life. And so I followed you for years. It's a pleasure to meet you, by the way, to talk to you. And thank you for, taking our time or taking the time to be with us. But right now I work for ADT. I do security systems. Do you hear me? Are you still there? It sounds like it's starting to catch up. I see you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? This is
I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you. Wilbur, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I can hear you as well.
Okay. So I don't know. I can't hear Dojo though. I can't hear him.
Okay. All right, guys.
There
okay.
you go. You're on.
Perfect. All right.
Sorry, I know that was a mouthful. Sorry about that.
No, that was, you were. I got all the way to where you got the sales skills required, and you're in Vegas, and then now you want to transfer into real estate, right?
Yes, been following real estate for the last 5 years. I tried to do a deal in the last 2 months. Um, don't be mad at me the bad way, but I saved enough money to do an FHA loan, and we were almost closing. We were closed December 21st. That was going to be my first deal. So I've never done a deal, but I want to buy multiple multifamily properties over time.
Okay, so you want to get in the rental business, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So like we have different people. Like Wilbert just wants to learn more about real estate. He doesn't know exactly what he wants. You already know that. Hey, you want to be a landlord, correct?
Correct.
And you're already on the process of buying the property the traditional way with the loan, correct?
That's what I was going to do. Yes.
Okay, that was you were going to do. Okay, perfect. All right, and that was going to be your very first. Now, do you work full time?
I work full time, almost plus. I do work full time. Yes. I work quite a lot.
Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, so now that I know more about you guys, let's go ahead and dive in. And at this time, I'm going to give you a course after this thing is over that talks about all the stuff that you need to know, okay, which is a standalone course. But what I want to talk about right now is not, how great real estate is, or, you get cash flow or freedom. I don't want to talk about the sales part or the bling bling part of it. Nor do I want to talk about strategies and how to, evaluate a deal and how to get offers, because all that stuff is in the course, okay? Now, what I want to talk about is that if you want to go ahead and get started today, what is the next step for you to get your deal? In your case, London, how to get your next property from a motivated seller? And for you, Wilbert, is how can you do real estate if you want to be a wholesaler, if you want to be a fix and flipper, etc. Does that make sense? The very next step is, which is finding the customers, and we're going to dive into it first, okay? So I'm not going to give you any of the fluff. In this 2 hours, I want to show you exactly how to find your deal, how to find your check, or how do you find that wholesaling property, or how to find that landlording property that you're looking for without a bank, without credit, okay? Dealing with homeowners direct. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen real quick with you guys, and give me 1 second. Now, also, I'm going to show you how to do it without spending any money right now finding deals, which is going to save you guys a lot of money. Once you learn how to do this, then you could go ahead and spend money, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Give me 1 second, please. All right, guys, you can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. I've divided this into two parts. The very first part is I just want to show you exactly what needs to be done, just in case, you're new, like Wilbert and some other people. But then we're going to talk about exactly what to do exactly. All right. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. 1 second.
All right, guys, can you hear me and see me?
Yes. Uh huh.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I had the wrong button. All right. All right, so I have this echo. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
1 second.
Thank you. All right, guys, can you hear me? If you raise your hand, if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. All right. So, can you hear me now? 1 second. Can you hear me now? All right. Now, what I want to talk about is how real estate is like a bicycle to help you understand on a zoom out part because it's a very complex process. Okay. But I'm going to simplify simply. Okay. In real estate, you're going to have two wheels. One is the front wheel, which is the seller. The back wheel is the buyer. Okay. Then you're going to have the frame, and then you're going to have the person riding it. Now, it's very important that you understand that it's a two-step process to get a deal, which is you need the seller and you need the buyers.
Can't hear you now. Wilbur, can you hear him?
I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I can't hear.
All right. How about now?
Perfect.
Perfect, guys. All right. Now, the reason I'm taking time to show you this because I want to help you understand that this is a two-step process. You have the sellers and you have the buyers, and each of these will require different sections. Okay. For example, in the seller section, to make the wheel move forward, you're going to have a bunch of different circles in here or wheels in here. And some of these wheels are going to be, for example, like sales, like negotiation, like marketing, like systems. Okay. So to explain it, complex business. So your job is to move this bicycle this way, and you can't move the bicycle only with the seller. You need also buyers too. For example, if you're going to London, if you're going to be a landlord, well, first job is to find a house. And the way I teach it is to find motivated sellers, so you don't have to get a loan. You just, use their loan or have them owner finance it to you. Then when you get the seller, you haven't made any money yet because you got to find renters. That will be your buyer. If you, Wilbert, if you want to do fix and flip or you want to do wholesaling, just because you find a house, you don't get any money yet because you have to have the second wheel, which is the buyer, and that's the main message I'm trying to put in there. And that to find a seller, there's a lot of different wheels in this one here, which you have to learn how to sell, negotiate, market, set up systems, and so on and so on. Okay. Now, the same thing happens with the buyer side. There's a bunch of different wheels in here for that have to turn for this wheel to turn and this wheel to turn for you to be able to go straight to get your goal or get your money. Okay. Whatever that is. If some people want to do landlording, if some people want to do fix and flips, whatever it is. Okay. The other thing I want you to understand is that the frame represents that these things have to work in harmony. If for example, London, you go in there and get 10 rental properties and you only have 2 renters rented out, then you're going to be in negative. So these things have to go in harmony, okay? They have to turn at the same rate or you're not going to make money or you're not going to move forward, okay? Pretty simple. And the last thing, which is the most important thing, is that this human here is very, very important because the type of food you put into your body, the type of energy level you have, how do you, if you meditate, if you exercise, those things are going to allow you to push forward more than someone else. Does that make sense? Because people are going to tell you no, or you got to be creative. You have to use your creativity, etc. And last thing I want to talk about is that when you want to move forward in this bicycle, you're going to have two options to keep your head or your eye, which is straight forward, okay, which is where you want to go. Like in this case, London wants to get rental properties, or you can look straight down, which is like to negativity, like, hey, I don't have a good credit, or I don't have money, or I don't have time, or I work full time, or whatever the excuses are. And then wherever your head goes, your body's going to follow soon. So if you're looking down to all the lacks, then you're going to flop on this bicycle because it's a 2-wheel. That's why it's risky. It's not 4 wheels. So keep straight. Know that there's a lot of moving parts in these functions, and you can spend a lifetime learning about it, because like London just said that he learned how to do sales and he's paid someone, and you can go learn how to do master marketing and create systems. You can spend a lifetime going deep into the rabbit hole. But the question is, do you want to do your goals, or do you want to learn forever? And so Flipping Wednesdays is for me to roll your sleeves up and help you go do deals in your backyard for free. But I want to make sure you understand that if you get a seller or if you get a property, that's not money. You haven't made any money yet. You have to find a buyer or your exit strategy. Okay. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Now, next thing I want to talk about is that this is a complex business, but just to simplify, because simplicity is the best way, is what I call 3 stepping stones. Okay. So the 3 stepping stones are 1, 2, 3, and this is your goal, whatever that is, whatever your mission is, or whatever you're trying to do. In London's case, he's trying to buy rental properties, okay? And the very first one, because if you look into this process, should you learn about sales? Should you learn about negotiation? Should you learn about all this stuff that needs to require? Again, you can spend a lifetime, but to simplify it, you guys can see this, right? What I'm drawing?
Yeah, we can see
Okay,
you.
perfect. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to verify. So to simplify this whole process, because it's a complex business, I just want to make sure you guys understand that the very first thing you got to do is called lead gen, okay? Which is the life form of any business, okay? The second step is the conversion. And there's a lot of things that go into it, but I just want to make sure you guys understand. And the third is exit, okay? Now, the exit, for example, for London, is after he buys a property, his exit is to find a renter. And that's when he's going to make his money. Okay. If you're a wholesaler, it'll be a cash buyer, etc. All right. You guys follow me so far?
Right.
All right. So what we're going to do focus on today in today's 2 hours is that we're going to focus on these 2 aspects, which is lead generation and then the conversion part of it. Okay. All right. Now, before we go any further, I need to help you understand what I call the deal flow. What do you guys think a deal flow means?
You can't just rely on one lead.
Okay. What what about someone else? What do you think that means?
I guess, well, the whole thing working together.
Okay, perfect. All right, you nailed it on top. Okay, so what I'm going to show you right now is the deal flow, or if you're going to cook, it's called the ingredients. Okay, for success in this business.
Okay.
Again, I'm just simplifying it and zooming all the way out, so it's not very complex. All right, you guys with me?
Right.
All right, give me 1 second, and we'll get started with the deal flow. All right, so the very first thing is that we need to go find these sellers. Okay, how are we going to find these sellers? Because there's so many people out there. Okay, there's so many people out there. So that is the very first aspect of business, is to find these sellers. Now you can learn about so many different aspects of the business, but if you can't do this aspect, there's no reason to learn any other aspects. Why learn about sales or negotiation or this and that, creating websites when you can't find them? Okay, now this is called the sea of people. That's what I call, or ocean. Okay. In this sea of people, some of these people have houses. You guys can see that, correct? Some of them don't even have houses. Some of them that have houses don't even want to sell their homes, and some of them do, and some of them just want to rent it out. So our goal is to go and find these people that do want to sell it, and market to them, okay, and let them know that we can help them and help ourselves as well. One way we do that, which is the only way to do that, is called marketing. Now, the marketing, there's two ways to do it. There's a free way and there's a paid way. All right. Now, I believe in using both of these ways, okay? And what we want to do is use this marketing and let people come to what I call our funnel. All right. Now, today I'm going to teach you guys one way, well, actually 2 ways of using free, but it's still under the first way. Okay, free. We're not going to talk about any paid. All right, to generate leads for you guys into your funnel. So when it comes down, we're going to have one. Now, if you want to have a successful business, you need more than one idea or marketing to come into this funnel. Okay, to have success, you're going to need anywhere from 20 to 15. Now, we can spend all day and time talking about every single one, but we want to actually do it. We don't want to be talking so much. So just know that today we're just going to do one, and it's just a free one. It's not even paid, okay? Because I like to use free and then make money and then do paid, okay? So again, we're here. There's an ocean of people here. We want to go ahead and find these people. So we use a strategy called marketing, and then there's 2 ways to do it: free and paid. Okay, and we're going to do paid. Free, and we're just going to do one. Now, once we start doing our marketing, okay, then sellers are going to contact us. Now, once they contact us, we have to filter them. Now, there's a lot of reasons why we have to filter them, and I'll get into it a little bit later. But right now, I just want to explain to you guys the deal flow, okay, of how the deal works, okay? And if you understand this, you're going to have success, because as long as you keep doing it, you're going to get a deal, okay? The law of probability. So once you filter the sellers, the next step, okay, which is a very, very important step, and I'm going to come down, it's called offers. Now, what do you think an offer means, guys?
Offering them a price for their home, the house.
Yes, but what does that mean, like in a simpler terms? Anyone, London, both of you guys, I want to hear what you think.
Deal.
Deal, that's right.
Or problem solving. You're trying to solve a solution.
But yes, but what does it mean to the seller? What are you saying to them? He or her? Are you saying to them, hey, I don't like your house?
You're saying you're interested.
Yes, you're saying even better than that. You're saying, I want to buy your house.
Sure, right.
Okay?
Right.
So
Yeah.
the offer is where you say, hey, I want to buy your house. Okay.
Okay.
It's very, very, very important, because a lot of pros miss this idea, because we just went and did all this stuff just to give an offer. Did you guys see all that?
Right.
We had to go into all these people. All these people were not motivated. We had to start marketing them, find the one that wanted to sell. Those came into our funnel. Then they contacted us. Then we filtered them. Okay. And then we give offers. All right. So I just want you to understand that the offer says, I want to buy your house. Now, you have two types of offers. You have what's called a binding offer and what I call a soft offer. A soft offer is not binding at all. You're just saying, look, if I can do this, will this work for you? That's it. I mean, you're not giving him the seller any consideration money. You're not giving them any money. You're just saying, look, if I can do this, will this work for you? Okay. Which is very, very safe, because you're not signing a contract or anything like that. Okay. You're not making it complex. You're saying, hey, I want to buy your house. Okay. And here's the numbers in a sense. Okay. And we don't want to get into it too deep, because again, all this processes we can get into miles and miles and miles deep, and there's all kinds of, okay, but that's not going to get you a deal. I want to get you the deal, find you a seller. So while you're doing it, you can learn all these processes when they come up, because your brain can allow you to think 50 steps ahead. So let's go ahead and move forward. Okay. Now, once you give an offer to a seller, if they say yes, then you have a deal. Okay.
Right.
Now, do you guys think that this deal is where you get paid? Do you get paid here?
Sure.
No.
What about both
No.
of you guys? Say no or yes, or you don't know?
No.
Oh, definitely not.
Beautiful.
But they do. What do they say? They say that you make your money during the
Yeah.
buying time.
Yeah.
Going in, right? I know we're not making money at that point, but at the same time, you should know your numbers, know what you're doing, right?
Right.
Right. Monetization has not happened here.
Right.
And
Right.
and that's what I want to drill, and I think you guys nailed it on top. Many people miss
Yeah.
this, because I've seen 70% of my students, they drop the ball here, because if you go back to this bicycle aspect, when they say yes, you only got the seller. You can't push forward with just one tire. Have you ever tried to ride a bike with just one tire and the other no tire in the back, just a frame on the ground? No. If you're just spending money and buying properties and you don't have renters, well, you're losing money. Again, you're pulling the bike with the frame on the ground in the back. So that is no money. This is no money. This is not money. This is potential now, like a spring to give you money. Okay, guys? Now, what happens if they say no? If they say no. Okay. Now, I like to take a little pause right here and let you know that, guys, 1 to 10% of people will say yes when the first time you call them, okay? And that'll depend on your karma. So if it's 1% or 10%, okay? 90%, or I would say to 99%, say no. Okay. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because it's very important that you guys understand this, because when you go into this, making this recipe, you got to know that 90% or 99% going to say no. But if you understand the whole process that I'm going to show you, the deal flow, you just keep doing it, you're going to get a deal. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, when they say no, what happens is that you got to put them into a follow-up. All right. Now, we can go into, again, miles deep and what all kinds of follow-up it is. And, there's so many different types of follow-ups. And in this course, I'm going to show you how to do some free follow-ups, but that's a little bit later on, but just know the process. Okay. So they say no, you put them into follow-up. All right. Now, if they say yes, it's a deal. If they say no, it goes to follow-up. And then you continue following up with these people to the seller contacts you. Okay. Now, the seller may contact you because, they got one of your follow-up letters. The seller may contact you because they got one of your follow-up letters, or they got your offer letter and 5 months has gone by or 3 months has gone by, and now they're feeling motivated and they're going to be contacting you. Okay. So there's many different reasons they will contact you, but all is because they'll start contacting you because you have an offer with them. Because if you don't give an offer, you're not saying you're interested. You want to buy their home. So it all starts right there, and then they'll contact you because of different implementation of follow-up. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, once the seller contacts you, then what you got to do is you got to renegotiate. Now, you don't always want to renegotiate in the sense that you got to beat them up, but let's say that there's a possibility that you may have to renegotiate because you give them an offer, now it's 5 months down and they're behind when you talk to them, no months, and now they're 5 months behind. So this is where situations where you have to renegotiate, but don't beat them up just because they called you, because no one likes to get beat up because they have to eat their ego to call you back. Does that make sense? So I don't negotiate unless it's a must be. Not because I feel my ego kicking in and say, okay, I'm going to beat him up because he's motivated. No, I'll never do that, dude. If you can still do the deal from your offer letter that you give them here, stick with it, because you'll have like 99% of closure of success right here. But when you do changes down here, then the odds get less and less. Okay? Only do that if the numbers don't work anymore for some reason. Okay? Now, if you negotiate and the seller says no, then they say no, then again, you're going to have to put them back into the follow-up. All right? If they say yes, it's a deal. Now, does this deal equals money? Does this deal equal money?
No, not at all. Unless you
No.
want to write on the frame.
Beautiful, beautiful. I just want to test you guys. That's the same exact deal of this one right here. Okay. And that's just the front wheel. That's why it's so easy to understand like how a bicycle is, because now you need the back wheel. Okay. Now let's go run through it one more time. You got to do some kind of marketing to find these people. So you come here. You can do free and paid. We're going to do the free right now, and that's just one. Okay. Then from your marketing, the seller will contact you. You're going to filter them out because you don't want to waste your time with people that are not motivated. They're not willing to sell it to you at a deep discount or owner financing or whatever, that you guys can create a win-win situation. Okay. You have to give offers to everyone you talk to. Okay. And then you're gonna have to follow up because majority of them are gonna say no, and you have to understand that going in. majority are going to say no. You're not buying a bicycle, or you're not buying a pizza, or used car. You're buying someone's home, so they're always going to say no by default. Okay, and it's through the follow-up system that you'll get them. Okay, when they contact you, you renegotiate, and then if they say yes, it's a deal. If they say no, it goes back to the follow-up system. Okay. You guys have any questions about what we just talked about right here?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, you guys both good? All right, perfect.
Yep.
All right, now what we want to do is roll up our sleeves and go ahead and do a deal. So let me hold on a second. Let me stop this and go find some deals. All right, guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I want to let you go and see what we're about to go do. All right, guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so can somebody go ahead and read this paragraph here out loud, please?
That's all you, man. I'm a terrible reader.
All right, any?
Okay, I got it. Okay. Learning to move. Part number 1. Go to the free places I have provided you, then post the messages I have included to the homeowners that are selling their real estate in your local backyard. Okay, see below for the list, and I'm unable to see the end of this part right here.
That's fine. So basically, step number 1 is I'm going to give you pre-recorded messages. You're going to message these homeowners and don't edit them in any shape or fashion besides your company information in there. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. What about number 2?
Okay. Who or what type of sellers are you looking for? You are looking for motivated sellers. They can have an emotional motivation or financial motivation. You are only looking for homeowner directs.
Homeowner directs. Perfect. Sorry, guys. Spelling is not my number 1 thing, but that doesn't matter. So are you looking for agents?
No.
No.
No. Well, are you looking for other wholesalers?
Nope.
No.
No. Who are you guys looking for?
The direct homeowner.
Yeah, like
Person on the
Biz
on the
Bowls,
ground.
I think.
Yes. Homeowners direct. If they're their agent, if they're wholesalers, if they're investors, any shape or fashion, you're going to be wasting your time at this time as a beginner. Does that make sense? You just
Okay.
want homeowners direct. Okay. Now, can you go ahead and read number 3, please?
Okay. You do not want to deal with investors or real estate agents. Again, you only want homeowners direct, no middleman as a beginner.
Okay, perfect. Now, it doesn't matter if you want to do fix and flips, want to be a landlord, you want to wholesale. These things are very good tips if you're new. Okay. Now, if you could go with number 4, please.
What type of properties not to be looking for as a beginner? Vacant land, manufactured homes, mobile trailer homes, homes in the BFE area where no one lives around and there are no jobs there. To summarize, you're looking for homes in the city where that's highly populated and demand is high.
Beautiful. So if you're a new investor and you want to be a landlord, or if you want to do wholesaling, you want to do fix and flips, it's a good rule of thumb to not get any of these types of homes for right now. You do a lot of, you build your experience a lot, in my opinion. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Okay. And you're only looking for homeowners direct. You're not. Why do you think you want homeowners direct?
You can't have any outside sources messing with your deal. You want to deal with the person who, again, has emotional attachment, or they're motivated directly.
They own the house.
That's right, because this strategy is like us being the pawn shop, and we only want to deal with homeowners direct. We're not looking for like REIs or tax auctions or all this other stuff that's out there. Those are all great and they work. I'm not dissing on them. But what I teach is to find homeowners direct and help them and then help yourself out. And to do that, you need homeowners. Does that make sense? Not anybody else. Okay.
I'm sorry. Question, Dojo. Are these like
Go ahead.
FSBOs, like for sale? FSBOs? What you call FSBOs?
Yes, a FSBO is someone that's trying to sell their home by themselves. Okay, you're looking for FSBOs, and you're also looking for people that have a real estate agent, right? But maybe the real estate agent hasn't been able to sell it, and they're advertising, I want to sell my home. And you can reach out to them, and those, after time, they'll fire their real estate agent. Say, look, I want to get out of my contract. I got to make payments, and I'm already 3 months behind. So it doesn't have to be necessarily FSBOs. You're looking for anyone that's trying to sell their home that's motivated.
Right.
That's homeowner. Does that make sense? I bought houses from people that had listings and then just fired their real estate agent because they weren't doing their job. So I wouldn't mark those guys out. But I wouldn't be talking to the real estate agent direct.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay?
All
right. Very good question. Anything else?
No, I think that was it.
All right. So this is a very, very simple task, and I'm going to explain to you why it's simple. We get done with it. Now, all you're going to do is just copy and paste the initial message I provided. It's really simple. Now, whatever the seller says, doesn't matter, whatever the seller says, X, Y, Z, whatever. Then you're going to copy the next message, which is called the response initial contact message. Now, again, whatever the seller says, again, it doesn't matter. Whatever they say, it doesn't matter at all. You're going to copy the third message, okay? And then so on and so on. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the messages real quick. Okay, can you go ahead and read the initial message?
Okay.
Please?
Initial contact. That sure is a beautiful house. I want to buy it. I know there's a lot of wishy-washy people here, but I'm a serious cash buyer in DFW, MrInvestor.org. On a scale of 1 out of 10, what condition is your house in? When it comes to repairs, I mean, it needs lots of major repair, and 1 means it needs lots of major repair, and 10 means it's in excellent shape.
Okay, perfect. Now, guys, these messages that we're going to send them are very, very simple because of two things. One is when you simplify it, then you could systemize it and have people in third world countries do the work for you for $33 a week. Very, very cheap. Okay. So that's part number one. Part number two, simple works. Okay. And really they're very complex, and I'll explain to you in the very beginning. Okay. Most people that contact sellers when they want to buy something, they're always dissing their property. But in this case, we're not doing totally different. We're telling them, hey, man, this is a beautiful home. I want to buy it. We're letting them know we want to buy it. We're not just somewhat interested or just shopping around, okay? The next thing is we let them know that, we're not just wishy-washy, and you let them know that what area you're in. So if you're in California, you would say California, and if you have a website, you would put it here. But if you don't, you would just delete this and put your location here, your city here. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to ask them a question so they're drawn into the conversation, okay, which is very, very important. Now, many people that try to message sellers are always starting with like, negative stuff, like trying to diss their property, saying, hey, it's not worth a lot, or things that have negative connotation to it. You don't want to go into negotiation any shape, fashion with negativity, okay? So you're just going to copy this and then message them, okay? Now, whatever they say does not matter. Then we ask them, hey, I understand. Do you want to go ahead and read that, please, this part right here?
Okay. Response to initial contact. I understand. Number one, why are you selling? What's your situation? Number two, if my cash offer works for you and it worked for me, when are you able to move out?
Okay, perfect. So this is set up very strategically. Message number one is very positive. We're cresting, we're cresting their egos. We're just petting it. We're letting them know, hey, we love your house, and we let them know we're serious. And then we're drawing them with the question, okay, which is very general. Everyone's going to tell you like a 7 or a 10. Majority of people will tell you my house is beautiful, but that's just the norm. Okay, whatever they say, you say I understand, and then you say question number two is why do you want to sell, which is a very, very important situation. If they're just testing the waters, they'll let you know. If they're going to a divorce, they'll let you know. This question is the very most important. It's a filtering question that we're filtering the sellers to know what their situation is. You guys understand that?
Right.
Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to ask them is to let them know right off the bat that, hey, we're cash buyers and we want the offer to work for them and for us. It's not just about them. So right off the bat, we're basically checking them, letting them know that, hey, it needs to work for them and for us. And at the top of it, we want to know what is their true motivation. When are you looking to move out? If they say the house is empty, high motivation. If they say, well, I'm just testing the waters, low motivation. Okay. So the reason we're messaging these people is to not only market to them, but if you guys remember, we want to filter them. Remember? We're trying to filter them in that deal flow drawing, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you guys have any questions so far?
No.
Nope.
All right. Now, can you go ahead and read number 3, please?
Okay, sure. Third response, what is the full address? I want to run the comps and see what the house is worth so I can present you with a written cash offer. Number 2, what is a good email address that I can send a written cash offer to?
Okay, perfect. Now, notice that I said this is a very complex chess process, okay? At this phase, now we're asking for their address, and we're letting them know that, hey, we want to send them a cash offer, okay? Which allows us to differentiate ourselves versus other people, okay? Remember, the offer is where the opportunity starts for you to buy a house or make money. Remember earlier I showed you the deal flow?
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so no offer, you just wasted all that energy. Okay, so the offer, our thing is, what is your address so I can run the comps, so I can know what the property is worth. Okay, and then I want to send something in writing. So what you're really trying to do is try to get their address and get their email address so you could send it to them in writing the offer, but more importantly to do follow-ups, because we know 90 to 99% are going to say no to the offer. Make sense?
Okay.
All right. Now, again, this is just a copy and paste. Please understand that we still have not asked them for their phone number. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And please understand that, that we have to go in this order. It all works out psychologically. We don't ask them for their phone numbers in step number 2 or in step number 3, because a lot of people hate to talk to people on the phone. Okay. Once they give us their address, once they give us their email address, then if we ask for the phone number and they decline, well, we still have their address to send them letters for follow-up. We still have their emails to send them follow-up or give them the cash offer, because we have their address. We can give them an offer now at this stage.
Okay.
We don't need their phone number. Okay.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay. Now, if they are saying like, hey, I'm not interested, even if they're saying they're not interested, you still go step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. If they said they're not interested in step number 2, still go step number 3. Why do you think we go to step number 3?
So we could add them to our email list.
Yes, very good. But there's something else even more important.
Also,
People have ego, right?
Full address.
Yes. Yes, we need their full address. Very good. Okay, because we can follow up. So that's a very good, important stuff that both of you guys said for follow-up reasons, okay?
that's a quick question.
Okay, but there's something even more important. We humans have egos. And when you deal with motivated sellers, they're usually wounded emotionally or financially. And a lot of them will tell you, I'm not motivated, in many different words. But if you keep asking the questions, they keep dancing the answers for you. And so that shows that just because they're a wounded dog barking doesn't mean they can actually fight, or doesn't mean that they're not motivated, they don't need help, okay? And if you keep asking the questions, step 2, step 3, straight, some of them will give you all this information. Here's my phone number, I'm not motivated. Here's my email, I'm not motivated. Here's my address. So never listen to them. You follow the ingredients, you follow the step-by-step process, because a lot of people will tell you they're not motivated in so many different words, but they'll still give you their address. They'll still give you their email address. They'll still give you their phone number. Now you got to call them. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, at any stage that they don't respond anymore or are negative, then you go with this message, which is a very important message. So can you go ahead and read that, please?
Yeah, sure. Exit message. I understand. If your situation changes and you want to sell fast, I can come by and look at the house and give you cash offer instantly on the spot. And I can close as fast as you like me to, or as slow. I can't see the rest of it. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and keep me in mind if things change. In other words, just keep it as a backup plan offer.
So if they're rude to me in any fashion, and they tell me, for example, F myself, then I go with the exit strategy. Okay.
Okay.
And if they say they're not interested, or they stop responding, let's say it's message number 2 or 3, whatever, after that, then I'll give them the exit strategy, because I want to let them know that I'm still very interested, but more importantly, keep my offer as a backup offer. If I have their email and address, should I give them an offer? What do you think, guys?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah.
I would say yes.
You have their information. What do you? If not, you're just wasting it, right?
Yes, you guys now nailed it. Okay. This part right here, the giving the offer. Okay, do you see that where my cursor is, giving the offer part?
Right.
This is the very first step, or the very first time you have an opportunity to make a goal. All this other stuff from the very top coming down here was just prerequisites. So if they give you the email address and don't respond, or give you email address and they give you the address and they keep telling you they're not motivated, you should still give them an offer, because when you give an offer, all you're saying is, I want to buy your house. I'm interested. And this is a non-binding. Does that make sense? You're saying you want to buy their house. If you don't give them an offer, do they know you want to buy their house?
Nope.
No. You were just a tire kicker. Okay. So the very first step to success in this business is to give an offer. This right here. All this other stuff we just did is to find these sellers so we could give them an offer. Everyone you talk to, you got to give an offer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you giving offers to real estate agents?
No.
I mean, you can, different strategies, but not the way I do it. Are you giving offers to investors?
Nope.
No.
What if there's investors like wholesalers that said, oh man, we can work together, this and this and that?
No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be going with the direct buyer or direct seller, excuse me.
That's right. You can do it later on when you inquire your skills, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. But at this stage, you just want to find a homeowner's direct, because you're going to be wasting a lot of your time and not making money, or potential not making money goes up high. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I want you guys to do is let's go back to where you can find these people. Okay. simple place, Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to go right now. Let Go, Craigslist. But let's go with Let Go. Can you go ahead and type in to your browser, letgo.com?
Yep.
Now, guys, in these messages, if there's like spelling errors or grammar errors, then go ahead and edit it. But I would not change the foundational questions any shape or fashion, because they're psychologically put in there to be able to get as much data as possible without scaring the customer off, and filter them. Does that make sense?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, I'm having problems getting to my browser on here, but
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get it to not
I
the
can-
big screen.
so
Okay.
I'm doing it on my phone, actually. Letgo.com.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Are you doing it in your phone? Okay. Are you guys both on your phone or your computer?
Well, you're on my laptop, but I'm just saying I was going to go to letgo.com on my phone. Is that okay?
Yeah, but it's probably better if you use your computer, because we're going to actually message a lot of people. So in that app, if you just push exit, you probably have it maximized too much and you can't see it.
Okay.
If you push exit, then you guys can use your browser. Are you in Windows?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, excellent.
Then you could use your Internet Explorer in that case.
Okay, I see. Okay, now.
Yeah, I got mine too.
All right, now I'm going to give you the message, and you guys are going to copy and paste. I'm going to put it into your Meetup app, your first message.
Okay, I done lost you now. Okay.
All right, give me 1 second and you'll see it. All right. Now, Meetup app, the little box that says chat, it should go orange. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the message you're going to copy. It says, that surely is a beautiful house.
Okay. I'm unable to see you. I can hear you, Dojo, but let's see.
Okay, I send it to you in the Meetup software. And then there should be a little button that says chat. It should be orange now, blinking or solid orange. Do you see that, London? Do you see that?
Yeah, I copied the message. I have it.
Okay. What about you, Wilbert?
No, guess I'm lost now. I'm sorry.
That's not a problem. Are you in the browser in Internet Explorer?
Yeah, let me see, I guess.
Yeah, if you're in Explorer, you might have to minimize it and then look for the other application, the little orange one that says Ring. And you click on that.
Okay, I see you now. Man, I lost you. Okay.
Hey, that's normal.
Uh,
All right, London, while he's doing that, if you want to go to share your screen, go ahead and share your screen, London.
Let's see if I can go ahead and do that real quick.
All right. And copy the message that you have, and we're going to go walk it. And while Wilbert is getting ready, Wilbert, are you following us?
yeah, I think so. Let me see.
Okay, you just copy the message in the meeting, and then you go to your Internet Explorer and go to Let Go. There you go. Very good. Now, while you're there, London, what you want to do is you want to click on housing. You see that where it says cars, housing? Hey, and London, I want to buy those deals that you bring over, man. Las Vegas is going to be growing very, very good.
I know.
Raiders, Tesla. So bring them over. Okay, now you clicked on housing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now your location is already there. And on the prices, click on, say, highest to lowest. No. Go ahead and do sort by. There you go. Highest to lowest. All right. Now, Wilbert, are you there?
Well, I can see you guys, and I can see
You see my
what,
screen?
I can see what he's doing. London is doing.
Perfect. Now, I want you to do the same thing that he's doing. I want you to go Let Go on your Internet Explorer.
Okay, well, I'm still trying to get to that. I guess I'm not too savvy with this.
That's fine. Okay, while he's getting that, so if you're in the meetup, remember you got to push exit and then you got to go to Internet Explorer like you did last time.
Okay, all I'm seeing the let go screen is like my whole screen.
Okay,
And-
push exit.
Okay, exit.
Or there should be a little tab that says like minimize or minus.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I'm pushing that, but let me see.
Okay, if you want to,
Okay, I think
you got it?
I minimized it. Yeah. So
Okay, now go to Internet Explorer.
okay.
Okay, while he's doing that, London, what I want you to do is you copy that message, click on every house you see. Okay, it says I'm interested. You click on I'm interested, and then the next thing is it says chat, and then paste. Okay, there you go. Now there you go. Paste it in there. Okay.
Is
Now,
it my profile? I don't even know if I'm in. Guess that's my profile.
yes, push.
Yep, got it.
Okay, now go back. Now, what I want you guys to understand is, and I'm going to explain it. Oh, hold on a second, London. Great work. In this business, in this type of level, what you're doing free, you have to be very fast. You have to work like an assembly worker, okay? And because if you're not fast, you're not going to get a lot of deals. And then you want to make sure you hire people eventually, and you want them to be fast because then you're going to be paying them. Does that make sense? So it's very fast for you to see how fast you can get. So when you hire someone to do it, you can get them fast too, or as fast as you or a little bit less. You don't want to be so much less because then they're robbing you in a sense. Okay. So the question is, you have to be as fast as possible. So one thing you should do, London, is you right click on there where it says I'm interested, and then open it. No, the other one. Okay, and open it into another tab. Right click, another tab.
And open it.
Are you in Internet Explorer?
Yes.
Okay, push I'm interested. Okay, the next button, right click. Open another tab. I guess. And you're right clicking on the red thing?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Because if you go back for a second. What I was trying to say is, if you get good at it, you can just right click on there and have them open it on another tab and have them all open, so you can just message them as fast as possible versus one by one, because it takes time to load. It sounds funny, but 10 seconds here, 10 seconds, you're giving a lot of offers, it'll take a lot of time. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So go ahead and message that person. Okay, now you keep doing that, London, while I talk to Wilbert and solve his problem. Okay, Wilbert, where are you?
Okay. Well, I have you guys. I'm trying to minimize your screen, but I have letgo.com in my browser here.
Okay, you have it there?
Yeah.
Okay, and now you're logged in, and you're going to click on houses.
Okay. Housing. Okay.
All right, and then you're going to click on sort by high to low on prices.
Okay. High to low. Okay. Put the high to low in.
Yes, which is the third box over.
Okay. Let me see.
Now, London, can you show them how you did it one more time? But don't push submit, okay? Look at Wilbert. That's going to help you remember too.
And I'm just pressing Control V. I had already copied it. I don't know if that helps at all. And then when I get to this, I'm going right here and just pressing Control V, and it's all there.
Okay, show them how the top part, how you got the houses and the price structure. Just show them the tab on the top. I don't think you pushed. Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I went backwards. So from here, going over to sort by, and then high to low.
Okay, I see.
All right, now go back. Thank you so much, Lyndon. I'm happy you're in Las Vegas, man. Wilbur, where are you located?
In Allen, Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, Allen, Texas. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Now, are you doing exactly what London is doing?
I hope so. I think so.
All right, have you messaged someone yet or no?
Have I done what?
Have you messaged someone yet?
Oh no. I haven't, man. I guess I'm lost on that part. Let me see.
Okay, London, can you stop sharing your screen and continue messaging people? Okay.
Yep. Let me see if I can
Doing
figure
that
it
while let me know when someone messages you back. Okay.
out. Okay.
If you could stop sharing your screen.
Let me see if I'm not sure how to do it. Get back over there.
You're just gonna find that Meetup app and then say stop sharing. It should be on the top in the Meetup app.
I paused the share. I don't think that's the right thing. I meant to.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Keep doing it. Okay. Wilbert,
Yes.
are you in your internet browser?
Yes. Yeah. I believe so.
Or are you in this Meetup app?
Well, I can see you. I can see you, but I have to let go on my browser.
Okay.
Now, am I supposed to be doing the let go inside this app some kind of way?
No, you're not supposed to do it in this app. You got to like scroll it around and get to the other app, which is your internet browser. You have to go. You're not going to be in the let go.
Okay.
Your internet browser.
Right. That's what I'm trying. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Now
have that. Yeah.
now that you're okay, are you on the internet browser?
Right.
Okay, London, you're sending the messages, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now go to let go, Wilbert,
Okay.
and you already did the search.
I tried to do the housing. Let me see.
Okay, well, go back to that Meetup app real quick, please.
Okay.
And then there's a little functionality that says share screen.
No, I guess I'm lost on that. That's what I don't see. I guess the Meetup app.
Are you in the because you're in the Explorer.
Okay, just a second. Let me close some of these windows here. Now I see the back to meeting schedule, join, share screen. Okay,
Yes.
that's the part you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Click on share screen and then it says desktop.
Okay, it's not giving me that. Let me see. It's not giving me that option. I don't know.
Are you clicking on share screen?
Yeah, but it's not. Like schedule is highlighted and back to meeting is like highlighted. I'm clicking on share screen, but it won't do that.
Are you in the screen where you see everyone there in the meeting screen?
I can see you. I've got that kind of minimized. I have you minimized to the side.
Okay, 1 second. All right, London, could you stop sharing your screen?
I think I did a little bit ago. I don't know if you guys still see it. Let me see. Yeah, I had already stopped sharing, I think.
Okay.
I see you now, London.
Okay, perfect. So you stopped. Now go ahead and do share screen one more time.
Me or Wilbur?
Wilbert. Sorry. I'll just message as many people as possible, tune us out until you get a seller, and then we'll tell you what to do next. Okay?
It's still not allowing me to do it for some reason. Uh, share screen, join. Yeah, I'm clicking on share screen, but
Gotcha. Okay. Can you go ahead and share your screen, Wilbert?
yeah, I'm trying to. It won't.
No, I'm talking about London. I'm sorry.
Okay, London.
Now, you're in the meetup right now, correct? In the app.
You talking to Wilbur or me?
Yeah, Wilbert.
Yeah. I'm in the meetup, right?
All right. If you scroll down, there should be something that says invite, manage, and then share screen. It'd be like green. Yeah,
It should
bring
be
your
like
cursor down.
right where his t-shirt's at, where the beginning of the letters are. If you like put your cursor a little bit below his shirt, it might pop up.
Okay, man.
You see it? No, you're good.
I'm
That's
sorry. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. London is still messaging people, so he's going to find someone so we can give him the next message.
Okay.
So we're not falling behind on that aspect.
Okay.
Now, London, you want to do it as fast as possible. You want to hit up like 100 people. People are going to message you back, okay?
Yep.
Get you a motivated seller today. Now, you're working on sharing your screen, Wilbur, correct?
Right. Did it?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Is that it? Okay. Man.
Okay, perfect. You're at Let Go. You have the houses you have. Okay, perfect. Now, all you're going to do is just scroll down a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and minimize that on that little screen. Hit the yellow button. Yes, right there. Perfect.
Okay, you can see that. Okay.
That's right. Now, what you want to scroll down a little bit? There you go. And go ahead and message the very first person. So you see where it says I'm interested?
Okay.
Go ahead and push that.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and log in through your Facebook. You have a Facebook account?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's the fastest way.
Okay.
While you're doing that in London, you're messaging people, correct?
Yes. Correct.
Has anyone responded back to you?
Not that I could see. No.
Oh, just go ahead and collect. Just go ahead and continue. It's okay for right now. It's okay. It's no big deal. Yeah, you can just log in with whoever that was just for right now.
Okay. For who? Yeah, my wife's name. I don't
That's
know.
fine. I mean, you can do it later. Just go ahead and continue for right now.
Okay, continue.
It doesn't matter. It's
Okay,
just going to
got
log back in.
She was already logged. Okay.
All right. So now go ahead and push, keep chatting. No, where the first message was.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Now, did you copy the message that I sent to you earlier?
No.
Okay. Go back into the meeting app.
Okay.
There you go. You got it. Right? No, that's me. Okay. You scroll down. Are you in the meeting app right now?
No, I can't even. All I can see is the Let Go app. Let's see.
Okay. You see? Do you see that little orange thing that says Ring Central on your bottom menu? To the right, all the way to the right. That's right. There you go. No, one more over to the left. One to your left. No, not that one. Not that one. The orange one.
Oh,
There.
okay. Okay.
Okay. No, that's not it. Go ahead and push exit. No, not that one. Okay. Exit. Push exit on your computer keyboard.
Oh, exit. Okay.
We got an answer.
Now, London, have you got any positive messages?
Yeah, we just got a reply literally a sec ago.
Okay, all right. So, Wilbert, unfortunately, I can't give basic computer support. I mean, that's just, you have to learn how to do the basic stuff of the computer.
That's
So
fine, man.
what I'm going to have you do is watch London, and so you exactly watch what's going on, because I'm going to
Okay.
give you all the messages. Later, you can go on there and watch,
That's cool.
let go, see what's going
Right.
on. Because so, but while he's doing afterwards, you continue with this. So give us a second. So can you go ahead and stop sharing your screen? On the very top, it's going to say stop.
Okay, you're right.
Okay, I think you did it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, London, you want to go ahead and share your screen, please? Okay, Wilbert,
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the same thing like my other student that paid me a large sum of money is I would recommend for you to go to community college and learn how to use a computer, because even though you know how to use it, you don't know how to use the basic of it. And there's a lot of free money to be made if you just have basic computer skills. You don't have to be a programmer or anything like that. You just got to learn how to copy, paste, minimize, switch between applications. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, that's going to delay you from your dream, but it's going to, at the same time, magnify it as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Or you have YouTube. There's a lot of free stuff there, too. Okay. London, I just sent you that message. Did you get it on the chat? Yes?
I should have it. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, perfect. Now, so what he did is, Wilbert, because you weren't watching, he was messaging people like what I was trying to get you to do. And now some people have messaged him back. So now what he's going to do is copy the next message, which I provided him, and just he's going to copy and paste it.
Okay.
Let me make sure I have the right message here. It came up. I know there's a lot of wishy-washy people here. Is that right?
No, the next one. It says, I understand. Okay, this lady that you have in front of you, you got to send the first message. You haven't sent her any messages yet. Beretta. So you're going to have to send her the first message.
I don't know if you saw that pop up. It looks like that's a plot of land. So I might have.
That's fine. We can move forward and just give him a message.
Okay.
Now, if the guy's like the land, you only want to buy it for like 10 cents, 20 cents on a dollar.
Okay.
If they're willing to take it, then hey, your first deal could be a land. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're not going to look for it. But just go ahead and send this person the first message.
This one here, Lyric Harding.
Yeah, Berta.
Okay.
No, okay, perfect. Now, go ahead and copy the second message. I understand why you're selling. What's your situation?
What is that message? I don't see it right here.
It'll be in your chat box. I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Do you see it?
This probably, does that help?
I'll send it to you again, so it'll be blinking.
Yeah, it should blink at the top.
You need to go to your meeting app, and it'll probably be at the bottom.
You're right. Okay, let's see.
Now, Wilbur, are you trying to solve your situation to message these people? What you're trying to do is go back to the meetup and get the very first message.
Okay.
That says wishy-washy people. That's what you're trying to do. And what London's doing is getting his second message.
I apologize.
Hey, not a problem, guys. Wilbur, are you working on it?
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm not sure why I can't find it.
The message box,
Yes.
go ahead and push the exit because it's probably full screen.
So I'm all the way back. Can you see my screen right now? Do you see the bottom? I think it would be one of these. No.
It'll just say chat.
Okay.
And if it's minimized, there'll be a little arrow next to it, and then you could pick chat from it.
Chat. When I
Yes.
go into chat, it's showing me this. More. Here we go. More. No. It's not showing me anything else. Or it'll let me chat to you, but not. It's kind of weird.
Okay. Send me a chat real quick. Just say, hey. Okay, it's coming private, and I just sent it to you. Did you get it?
Yes, there we go. I
There we go.
understand. Okay, got it. Perfect.
So now you're going to get that message and go to the people that responded back to you.
Got it.
How do you know they responded back to you?
Can you see my screen currently?
Yes, because there's red next to it, right?
Yes.
Did you see that, Wilbert?
The right here.
Yeah.
See, there's a red next to it. That means they responded to him. So go ahead and click on him.
I understand. Okay, yeah, that's it right there.
No, you send that to the wrong person. Click Cynthia.
Cynthia. Yes.
Okay. No, so none of these people responded back to you. You need to send the first message, okay? Only
I
when they
apologize.
respond back to you, okay?
Gotcha. I'm sorry. It turned red though. That was weird. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
that was weird, buggy. And also remember that whenever you're sending these people, you want to delete my domain name and just put in Las Vegas because it says buyers in DFW, okay?
Yeah, that's terrible. Sorry. Yeah, that makes sense.
This is no big deal. You're learning. That's what the whole learning process is, okay? All right, so what you're doing, London, is copying the first message and sending them out as to many people as possible.
Gotcha. All right, going back to step one. Gotcha.
All right, and edit the message. And Wilbert, where are you?
I'm still trying to find, you say guess it's the meetup room.
You're looking for the chat box, right?
Right. I'm trying to find, you said go find the message to copy, right?
Right. So it's a meetup room, and you're looking for the chat icon.
Okay.
Lyndon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember where the chat icon was, so you can give him a little aid?
The chat icon. So for me, if I go to the top, scroll over here, chat, and it brings me to this page right here. Top, over, down, chat.
So for you, it's at the top.
It should bring you down to this icon right here.
How are you doing, Wilbert?
I'm still looking, man.
Okay. All right. Not a big deal. All right. So what I'm going to do is,
Sure.
you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, Wilbur, can you see my screen?
I don't at the moment. No.
You got to go to the meetup.
Okay.
Let me know when you're at the meetup. So while he's looking, you guys are going to get the course that talks about all the stuff you need to know. But the goal of this one is to actually hit the streets and find the sellers, okay? Are you at the meetup where you're seeing our screen? Are you seeing my screen, London?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Wilbert?
No.
Okay. You might go to the first thing.
Okay, I see it now. I guess I hit the meetings. Ring central meetings, I guess.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Right.
All right. For a second time, I'm just going to demonstrate this a couple of times. I was going to have you guys do it. London did it, but Wilbur wasn't able to. But just to simplify it, you're going to click on this, the housing. Then you're going to click on high to low. and you're just going to message as many people as possible, as fast as possible, because you just want to be a machine. Okay.
Okay.
Because time is money, and you just want to message as many people as possible, and you just give them a series of messages. So message number 1, boom. Okay. And I'm not even looking at the houses at this time or anything like that. I'm just messaging them back to back. Okay. All right. Once they respond to me, then I'm going to send you guys this email, so you'll have it. Once they respond to me, I'm going to copy message number 2 as a whole, which is this whole part. Once they respond to that, I'm going to copy this message, which is going to ask for the address and emails. You guys follow me on that?
Right.
Okay. After they give me the message number 3, then what I'm going to do is what it says here. I'm going to give them a call and ask them the Ninja phone script. Okay. But we don't have to worry about that right now, because first thing is to get these people to respond to us and give us their address, email, and phone number. Make sense?
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to continue doing that. Once I'm done with all that, then I'm going to go to Facebook Marketplace. You go to Facebook. You guys know Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, a little bit. You're right.
What about you, London? London, are you there? He's on
Yeah,
mute.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. No, yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
Okay.
Facebook Marketplace. That's where I'm doing the new flip at right now.
Beautiful. Perfect. So you go to Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
All right. And then you're going to go into where it's on the bottom right here. It says housing.
Okay.
And again, you're going to do the same exact thing. You're not going to click on these images and look at the houses and spend a lot of time thinking, hey, this is a good house for me. You're not going to do any of that. Remember, all your job is to find a motivated seller. And the way to do that is to contact them. So you just message them as fast as possible.
Okay.
Just like this, okay? All right. And at this time, you're not looking at the property. You're not worried about the numbers, how much repair it needs. None of that stuff matters at this time. Why do you think not?
Because we just need to submit an offer. We need people.
Right.
Real motivated sellers.
Trying to find out if they're motivated.
That's right. You guys are right. First is you're looking for motivated people. Second thing is you're just trying to give offers. Do you think if someone's not motivated, they're going to accept your offer?
No.
No. Okay. So this is why it's so urgent to do as fast as possible. Now, I'm not going to sit here and look at it and say, are they agents? Are they investors? Right off the bat, I can tell this is an investor, so I'm going to leave them alone. But I'm not going to click here and look at the images like, wow, this is so cool, and, and do that. The reason is time is money. If you have people doing this for you, do you want them to sit here and look at these pictures and be like, oh, this is cool? Or do you want them to
Right.
dash it out and give the offers out? Well, if you're paying for it, you want them to dash it out. So you got to do the same thing. You're just sending offers. Once down the line, if they're a real estate agent or if they're investors, you just leave them alone. But if they're homeowners, you continue going forward. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Down the line means when they respond back to you. Okay? So I'll continue messaging them. Now, there's a whole list of places that you can go. We talked about Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, 5 Miles, Let Go. I will start with Let Go, and then I will come to Facebook, and then I will come all the way down, okay? There's usually a lot of good deals in Let Go. And I will continue doing this. Once they respond, what if they respond? What should I say?
Drop the next email on them.
That's right, the message. Should you edit it in any fashion?
Only to leave our contact information, if anything.
Beautiful. Okay. And so if they tell you something like, well, I'm not that interested, what should you do next?
Drop the next email on them.
Beautiful. What if they say, I don't want to sell it so deep?
Leave the final email telling them, well, let us know whenever.
Remember, if they are screaming and barking at you, you continue going down the rabbit hole. You send the second message.
Right.
If they tell you why they're selling, then you give them the third message. Okay.
Okay.
no matter what they say, you will go from message number 1 to message number 2. Only if it's like, fuck you, and no, leave me alone, that you go to exit.
Okay.
Okay. So what you message them, they message you back with this, and they say, hey, I don't want to sell it to an investor. What should you do next?
Should we just drop the third email, the next one down?
The next one down, which is number 2. All right, do you understand that, Wilbur? This is very, very important.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
All right. Well, what if they message you? You send them this message. They say, yes, my house needs a 2 in repairs. I'm not interested in selling you my house. What should you do next?
Exit. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
I just said exit message, I guess.
No, guys. So no matter what they tell you, you're going to go with message number 2. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No matter what they tell you, you're going to go message number 3. Once you get their email address and their address, no matter what they tell you, guess what you guys are going to do?
Number 4.
Give them an offer. Okay, guys, you have to follow the script. It's very, very simple. No matter what they say and do, your goal is to give them an offer.
Okay.
All right. No matter now, how can you give them an offer? You need a couple of things. You need an email address, like you send them an offer, right? And you need the property address, right?
Right.
Yes.
Do you need a phone number to give them an offer?
No.
No.
What if they don't? You ask them for their phone number and they don't give it to you. What should you do next?
Try to get the email address and the.
Well, you've already got the email address because in the way I send it to you, message number 1, you tell them how beautiful it is and you caress their ego. Message number 2, you ask their motivation. Message number 3, you already have their email. And let's say they respond to message number 3. They give you the address, they give you the email. But the next thing is that you're going to ask them is the phone number, but you don't have it. What should you do next? What do we want to do next after message number 3?
The idea would be to give them an offer, right?
Yes. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to do one more filtering. We're going to actually give them a call, okay, and ask for their phone number. Okay. If they give you the number in the email, then we say, what is your phone number so we can give you a call, okay? Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to do more filtering. Right now, we only did 30% filtering. We asked them, why do they want to sell? When do they want to move? What's their phone number? What's their email address? What's their physical address? And then we're going to ask for their phone number. But we need a lot more information. So we have to ask them for their phone number so we can even filter out more. Make sense?
So after the third email, the goal is to get their phone number.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And I'm going to send you the message, okay? Does that make sense? So now when you call them, what should you ask them? Well, I have a series of stuff you can ask them. It's called my Ninja phone script, guys. And since you guys in here, you're going to be able to get it for just like 90% off than what I sell it for. It's like $45. But you get it and you just ask them those questions. It's going to have a variety of different stuff in there from like whether it's their monthly payments, what their interest rate is. Because if they're motivated, they're going to tell you everything that you need to know in those questions. Okay. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand because it's not happening. Okay, 100%. Number 1 is that we're doing all this work here to give offers.
Right.
So if we have address, email, can we give an offer?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Yes. Why? Because we expect that 90% of these people are going to say no to us, dude. But we still want to give them offers because that lets them know that, hey, we're interested. Not only are we giving them an offer, we're giving it to them in writing so they can save it for later usage. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you don't have to worry about how to give an offer, all that stuff, because the very first thing is to work this part of it. Okay? Then once they start messaging you, then to work the filtering part. Okay. Now let's go back in here for the marketing part because I want to make sure you guys understand. I don't think 100%. Dude, you do not care what the seller says. You guys understand that?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? You don't care what the seller says?
It doesn't matter what kind of response they're going to give us. The whole point is to get those messages in order and make sure that they're getting the responses until we get their address and their phone number.
Amen.
None of this was even for, the only point was to get the contact list so we can now start the deal at that point with the right person in front of us.
That's right. So no matter where we respond. Now, if they tell you like extremely negative stuff like "fuck you,"
Yeah. Like,
what should you do next? What should you
give them the last exit message?
Exit message.
exit message? But anything else, so 99% of the stuff, it's not going to be exit message at that time. You're going to go to the down the rabbit hole. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
If they're barking, what if they're barking like I'm not motivated? Should you go down the rabbit hole? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. What if they say they don't want to sell at a deep discount to you? Should you go down the rabbit hole with these questions?
Yes.
Yes, yes. What if they say they have a real estate agent? Should you go down the rabbit hole with them?
Yes.
Okay. What if you're going down the rabbit hole with question number 1, they say they're not interested? Should you go message number 2?
Yes.
What if they said they're not interested? Should you send that message number 3?
Yes.
Yes. Because if they continue talking, that means they're interested. They're just not telling you that because they're scared. They have emotions and they have egos and they want to seem like they're tough, just like a wounded dog, right? They're not going to say, "Oh, I'm wounded." They're going to like "Rah, rah, rah," and try to scare you away, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense, guys? If psychologically, if they're responding, you continue going down the rabbit hole.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense.
People will not do that. They ask them the one thing and they throw their hands up and say, that, no, they don't want it. Make sense?
Right.
All right. Do we have this part understanding really good? Because it's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, let's say you ask them message number 1, message number 2, and you ask them message number 3, and after message number 3, they don't respond. What should you do next?
Good question, but at some point you're going to have to leave your exit message.
Amen. So you would wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then come back, leave your exit message. Okay. Exit message is very important because it says, look, if you get motivated down the line, which many people will, please remember me. And it's okay for you to come back to me. I'm not going to beat you up and laugh at you because now you're motivated. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Now, once we get the message number 3, what is the next thing we have to do in the process? What are we trying to do after that?
Get an offer to them.
Get an offer to them.
Yeah.
What if they said in the step number 1 early that I showed you guys, they were not interested, message number 1, they were not interested, message number 2, they were not interested, number 3. They said no all the way through, but they went down the rabbit hole with you. Did you give them an offer?
Yes.
What do you say, Wilbert?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Give me a second, guys. 1 second, okay?
You live in Texas?
Yeah. Yeah, I do, man. Yeah.
Born and raised, or?
No, man, I've been here this month, 18 years.
Nice.
Actually, yeah. Yeah. What about yourself? You from Vegas, you say?
No, I'm from San Antonio.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Born and raised. Moved out here when I was 18
Okay. Yeah.
and been hustling and bustling ever
Is that
since.
right?
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Vegas is a great idea, man. Great location. So is Texas, guys.
I agree.
Both very, very prime area. People are leaving California left and right, coming to both of these locations as we speak. Okay, guys, let's go back to here. What I'm trying to help you understand is the whole reason you start the day is to give offers.
Okay.
The whole process is called farming, and the C starts with the offer. No offer, zero probability of success. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you're talking to someone and they're negative all the way through, but they give you their email address and their address and their phone number, did you give them an offer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. What if you talk to them and you think they're not motivated? Should you give them an offer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone you're giving an offer, dude. Don't allow your brain to say, no, they're not motivated. They are motivated. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Now, please understand that this part, okay? We just did one free marketing. We got the customers to come in into one funnel. This is just one funnel. Now, I recommend a lot more than one, but you can start with just one funnel. The leads come in, the seller contacts you. Like London was messaging them. Many people will not message you back. Many will. When the seller contacts you, now you're going to filter them, which is question number 2. Why you're selling? What's the situation? Question number 3. Okay. And then you're going to say, what's your phone number? And then you give them a call and you ask the Ninja phone script, which has so many different questions in there to help you structure the deal. Once you get that information, no matter if they're motivated or not, you're going to give an offer. Okay. Now you don't have to worry about how to give an offer, any of this stuff right now. Your very first step is to get people to come into your funnel. Okay. And you ask them those questions. Does that make sense? Once you give offers, majority of people will say, no, they're not interested. Very few will say, yes, it's a deal. If it's not, you got to do follow-up, okay? When you do follow-up, people will contact you, you renegotiate, and you get a deal. Once you have a deal, that's your bicycle, okay? And now you got to go work the same exact process, this whole process all over for the back tire. Okay, this is a complex business, but this roadmap is going to help you understand where are you in this process. Does that make sense?
Okay. Right.
Okay, this is a very important this is the roadmap to success that I'm showing to you guys right here. If you do this, even if you don't know how to give offers, you don't know how to talk to, you don't know how to do structured deals, how to fund, you will get a motivated seller. Once you get a motivated seller, then you can figure out what you're going to do. What's the next step? Or you can spend a lifetime figuring out what the next step is, and the next step, and the next step, and never do a deal. Okay? Now, do you guys have any questions about this? Because I got some other stuff to show you guys.
No, we're good, I believe. I am.
Yes. No, I am too. We're good.
Does this make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, give me 1 second. All right, I'm going to now share with my other screen. And all right, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, give me 1 second. Let me broadcast this. Let me know when you can see my screen, please. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, now I want to go talk about just a couple other things before we get out of here, which is very, very important. We talked about there's lead generation, okay? And there's the 3 stepping stones. You guys remember the 3 stepping stones? Okay.
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Okay. Lead generation.
Yeah. Lead generation.
Conversion and an exit strategy, okay?
Right.
just a few seconds.
Oh, conversion exit. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we talked about one way you're generating leads for free. Now, there's 2 ways to generate leads for free. There's many different ways, but 2 ways. These 2 are very similar to each other, and I want to share with you. Okay. One is called passive. Now, in the passive one, I'm going to give you the materials. If you guys leave a good review, a positive review for me, I'll give you the materials for free. But we're not going to get into it because there's not enough time into it. But I'll give you all the materials, the ads you got to run, okay? So basically, you go to these websites that I provided you guys, like Facebook, Craigslist, and you're just posting ads.
Sorry.
Does that make sense? You're just
Okay.
posting ads, and I will give you the ads. If you send me a proof that you left me a good review, I'll give you the ads for the sellers and the buyers. We're not going to get into it, but it's very simple. You just post these. These are professionally written, copywritten ads that have multiple titles, multiple ads for different types of audiences, from like divorce, tax payment behind. So these ads are actually targeted to specific type of motivated sellers out there, and just copy and paste is pretty simple, but definitely highly recommend getting this. So if you review a positive review, I'll give it to you for free, and we'll go on with that. All right. Now, the other thing that we just did today, which is the most important part, is what I call active. Okay. Passive, you're going to get probably about 20% of your deals from there. Active, you're going to get 80% of your deals. Now, you put these 2 together, it will create a powerful force for you. And then the active part is where you're going to Craigslist and you're sending a message. When you're going to Facebook and you're sending them message, you're going to Let Go and sending them message, okay? And you're not just sending some goofball message. You're sending them some psychological 10 steps ahead messages that gauges the seller's motivation, that gathers information, and clusters and pushes their egos in a way that they're willing to open up to you versus them putting their dukes up. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Now, that's what the lead generation is, okay? 1 and 2. We talked about this. You'll get this free with a positive review. Now, one other thing I want to talk to you guys about is that there is this business is 4 ways you can do this business. So I have what's called 4 success plans. Now, this business is like farming. So there's 4 ways that you can do this business farming. The very first one is what I call the freeway. And that's what I just showed you how to do it, okay? And this business is farming. It's not a very fast business. It's not like selling, a gadget, okay? You got to plant the seed, you got to harvest it, etc. So on the freeway this is you, okay? And you're the one that has to go and dig the ground. You're the one that has to go and plow. You're the one that has to bend over and pick up the harvest, okay? But the great news is that it's free, $0, okay? And can you get a harvest with this? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. But you may not become a millionaire or billionaire or whatever it is, but it's free. But you're the one that's going to be doing the sweat equity, okay? And that's what I want to make sure you understand, that it's you that has to work hard. The next plan is what I call the bull. The bull plan is where is you, and now you have an animal, right? It didn't look like a great looking animal. You have a bull, okay? And have you seen farmers in agriculture, the ones that have bulls or a working horse was able to dig a lot more and get more harvest. So that'll be you. And then you got your little guy here. And then there's a plow, and then he's pulling it. and and then you're going to come back and do the work. So you guys are both doing it. Here, you're going to get a higher harvest. Okay, but at the same time, it's going to cost more money, but not too much money, just because you only have to pay for the bull now. Here, you're the one that was the bull. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Now, let's go to the next one. The next one is what I call engine plan. And in the engine plan is you plus machines, like a tractor. All right. And in this plan, instead of you farming, one second, guys, my pen ran out of juice. So in this plan right here, instead of you farming, you're going to have a tractor that's going to do farming. Does that make sense? Versus you breaking your back or your bull breaking their back. Okay. Now, of course, with this system, harvest increases dramatically because you have more power, but so does cost. You need more capital. You need more equity to be able to implement this plan. But with this plan, you're sitting on the tractor. You're not bending over, and this is you, and you're just driving, and you're plowing, and you're putting the seeds, and you're picking the harvest. Okay. So again, more cost, but more harvest. Okay. Now, in the last one is what I call automation plan. And in this plan, still you, but now you have remote control or computer tractors. Okay, so you're sitting at home or you're sitting on the field, and the machine is going by itself and going and watering and digging and harvesting. It's pretty much computer owned. Now, this one has the most cost to it, but you get the most money from it too. Okay, but it costs a tremendous amount of capital, and a lot of you have to understand the business really good. So what I just showed you guys today was how to be a farmer for free. Okay, but you have to understand that the amount of work you have to put into is you. You have to be the one bending over. You have to one be digging for it. Okay, and you have to understand that you're not going to get a significant amount of money from it. You're not going to be making $100,000 a month with just free. Now, if you use the free and you hire VAs, right, then yes. But if you're just working it, then no. Okay. Now, once you start making money, I always recommend using the free. Once you start making money, then you go buy yourself a bull. Right? Once you start making more money, then you go ahead and buy yourself a tractor. Then once you start making more money, then if you want, you can invest into automation and where sales, follow-up, closing all happens in automation. And I have training for all this stuff, but I just want to make sure that we understand that you're getting the free stuff where you're the one that has to actually pedal the bicycle to move forward in that example over here, guys, because it's your power instead of a machine or like Facebook ad or something else. You're the one that's doing it. Does that make sense?
Right.
What about you, London?
Quick question. So if 4 is like automation and 1 is like free, putting in all the work yourself, what would 2 be realistically?
Say that one more time.
So what is
sorry,
like,
I couldn't
what
understand.
in the real world would 2 be? Is that like, is that VAs and stuff, or what would you consider, like, what is level 2 of this?
Okay. The level 2 is where if you go into that marketing plan, where is it? What we drawn here, okay? Where now you have the choice of, for example, continue doing free stuff and just add VAs to it, or you will go into a paid plan where you, for example, you'll do bandit signs, you do Facebook ads or Google, where you go in the paid. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. Okay. And if you don't mind, what about 3? What is 3 in between those?
Okay. That's and 3 will have more of these because right off the bat for your marketing plan, like I said, you need to have 10 to 15 when we just starting out with the free, you're just going to just do one. And this one is really divided into two, where you have the passive and then you have the active. Remember? And
Got
the
it.
passive you're going to get for free when you give it review, and the active. But then you could do other stuff in here and add into it.
Sure.
Does that make sense? And then have more manpower, like acquisition managers that go and put the deal on the contract. And then you'll have buyers representative to go sell the property or rent it out for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
If you want to be a landlord, you got 10 properties, you'll do it. You have 100 properties, you don't want to meet all these renters. Or you want to, you don't want, maybe you don't want to go, if your goal is to have 1,000, you don't want to go meet all these sellers, right? You want to get an acquisition manager. If you're trying to fix and flip, you're trying to do one deal, you can do it all. You're trying to do 20 deals a month, well, you need a team, right? So that's when you go to 2 and 3 and so on, okay?
I think that's what I'm just curious to see, like the structure of like, how would you scale that, right? Like the top plan, what are those, not that I want to do that off the bat, but just looking at vision of the future of what that would lead you to. You know, I guess
Definitely. If on my top plan, the automation is the same. It's the same exact roadmap that I just showed you. Okay, this thing will be the same, but things will be automated. Okay, for example, instead of you cold calling, you maybe have VAs cold calling. You may have automation doing calling. Okay, so it's the same exact process. Instead of having one follow-up, you'll have many different follow-ups that are in automation where you're not doing it. You're not sending out the letters. The machine is doing it. Instead of only having follow-up at this stage, you'll have follow-up anyone that hits your website, that contacts you right off the bat.
I totally get you.
So it goes into more and more complexity and more money, and it's a great thing to have. But I think that if someone comes new and they jump into this, they're going to spend a lot of money enriching someone, but not themselves.
No, I totally get you.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think that the process is like, I like to do it for free. Once I make money, I take that money and I put it into a better plan. And I can be a free marketing, like where I get VAs to do it, or I can do other paid marketing. And one thing I usually do is the free works. If you could do 2 or 3 deals by yourself, if you hire someone and they were doing it, now you still get that 2 or 3 and you have your time to do something else. Work on the next marketing plan and set that one up, and then hire a VA or it could be automation like Facebook or pay-per-click, etc. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So this thing can go very, very deep. But one thing I want you to make sure you understand is the lead flow, which is very, very important. If you don't know anything, as long as you're following the lead flow and giving offers, you're going to get deals. And as long as you're following up, okay, by the law of 10%, law of probability, okay? And we can talk about that if you guys want a little bit. But do you have any other questions? That was a very good question.
Well, I have a question, Dojo. I think I saw at some point where you were offering something about your VAs, training or something like that.
Okay. Yes. See, like right now, Walter, like if I wanted to sell you, I'd say, yeah, man, get my VA. It's a really good course. And it is a really good course, dude. Okay. But at this point, you're not in a position to hire VAs because you don't have the computer skills to do the basic work yourself. And
Okay.
I would never hire VAs unless you know how to do it yourself. How are you going to train a VA to do the tasks that you can't do yourself right now? You have to learn it yourself, right? So
Right.
VAs are only good whenever you do. That's why I said that, you know, the 4 stepping plans is like the revolution of being an investor. You do it free, then you use the mule, then you use engines, then you use automation. Okay. If you're at step number 1, you don't want to jump to step number 3 because you're going to spend a lot of money and you're going to duplicate confusion. So the very, very first step is for you to do it.
Okay, I got you.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, now you could say, hey, it's easier for me to give it out, this and that. But the way I would do it is I would go scrub the toilet myself.
Okay.
Learn how long it's going to take to scrub the toilet. Learn what kind of materials that I need. How long am I going to be on my knees? How long does it talk to the seller? How long is all this stuff? Once I learn how to do the deal 1, 2, 3 times, then I would go and hire VAs. if you go and hire VAs for something you don't know how to do correctly, you're just going to spend a lot of money.
Okay.
So your guys' job should be is that you're going to get that 1 month of coaching. Your guys' job, today's Wednesday, Saturday we meet up. Your guys' job should be London. You already know how to do it. Copy and paste the messages, go through all the websites, and at least give 25 to 100 offers a day if you have the time. If you're working part-time, you have nothing else to do, right? And Wilbur's job is to figure out how to send these messages on his browser. I think you'll be able to do it after we get off the meeting because you're not going to have too many apps to deal with, okay? And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to send these messages to them, okay? And then your guys' job is to find these motivated sellers. They're going to give you their phone number, their email, and their address, and then give them a call and fill out the seller phone script, which I'll send you all this information after we get off. And then fill out the seller phone script and bring it on Saturday so I can look at this data and help you negotiate, help you structure deals with the sellers, help you find the funds, whatever the next step is to help you get your deal. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
But everything starts with finding a motivated seller. Now, that's the truth. Now, I can make a lot of money talking about how to fill out a contract, how to do all this stuff, dude, and I'll enrich myself, but you're not any closer to doing a deal.
Okay.
Does that make sense, guys?
Right. Right.
To do a deal, you need a motivated seller. Once you have a motivated seller, the next important thing is to give offers.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I just showed you how to find a motivated seller. You're going to go find these motivated sellers. And Saturday, when you have a couple of these, then I'll show you how to give the offers to them, how to negotiate, and so on.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. What do you guys have to go do by Saturday? There's only one thing you got to do.
Find motivated
Send
seller.
out these leads, yeah. Send out the emails.
Yeah, sending out those messages.
Sellers, yeah. Wilbur, you're right.
Okay. How many messages do you think you have to send?
50 to 100
That's right.
probably per day. Not spam them out, but get them out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you want to message every people in your area and let them know that you want to buy their home, right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as many as you can find. Okay. Now, if you guys only put this much time into it, you're gonna get this much results. Okay. So whatever time you put into it, if you're only giving offers like 2 or 3 a day, it's gonna take months and months. If you're giving 100 a day, it'll be a lot faster, 100 times faster.
Okay.
Now, one other thing is that some of you may work full time, and if you work 8 hours and you make, let's say, a $3,000 paycheck or $10,000 paycheck, it doesn't matter. You can't expect to work, only this much and then make a $20,000 paycheck. Does that make sense? So remember, what you put into it has to be equivalent. If you're working 8-hour days to make $3,000, then don't expect to come into real estate and only work 1 hour and make $5,000. That's not fair. Does that make sense? Nothing works like that. Make sense?
Right.
Okay. Now, give these offers is very simple. You can be at the grocery store in the line. It's just copy and paste. You could be in the morning in the dumper or at work in the dumper. You give offers. You could be at lunch break, give offers like my student Victor that did 8 flips, dude, in less than 4 weeks. Okay. So you got to figure the time to do it at.
Okay.
Make sense?
Right. Okay.
All right. You guys have any other questions before we get out of here?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Your Saturday meetings, what time are they?
They're from 10 till 11 Central. Okay, and if you can't make it, we'll record it and send it to you. And if you have any questions, you can just record it and send it to us before the meeting, and I'll answer it in case you're at work or something, because we have students. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So let's say you go find 2 motivated sellers, you can't make it, you could do a record, say, hey, here's the seller, here's their situation, here's why they want to sell, here's the phone script, all filled out, and then I'll in that meeting address their situation and what you should do next with the seller to get the deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Now, once we get off the phone, we're going to send you the Owner Financing for Profits, which is a standalone course. You can spend time and look at it, but I wouldn't do that right now. What I would do is just continue messaging sellers and find a motivated seller. Once you find a motivated seller, then you can go back to the book and look for things because they don't make a lot more sense to you. Or you can learn forever and never make money. Depends on yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
No, sir. That's
All right.
it.
Wilbur, you know what to do?
Right.
What do you got to do next?
I've got to go try to copy the message and go
I'm
to
gonna send you all the messages in the email, so you don't have to go to copy that message. We're gonna send it to you. But once you get that, what are you gonna do?
send them out to the different platforms, Facebook and Craigslist and the other ones you talked about.
Beautiful. And if people are saying no or negative, are you still gonna go down the rabbit hole and give them all the messages?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And London, you know what to do next, right?
Yes.
You're gonna message as many people as possible.
Yes.
And both of you guys fill out the seller phone script and bring it Saturday if you're off, and if not, message us so we can help you structure the deal. Because once we get the seller phone script, then we can tell you, okay, how to talk to the seller in a sense to get the deal. Okay, it's gonna win for them.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else?
Okay. And you said how do we get the phone script?
I'm gonna send you in the email. It's gonna be instructions in there once we get.
Okay.
Out.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now I got one question for you guys before we get out. How did you hear about this program, Wilbur? Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube. What about you, London?
Man, I've been watching you on YouTube since your hair was short, man.
Much love to you, dude. Much love to you, dude. Very good. Hey, guys, and if you guys leave that positive review, I will give you the passive, all the ads you need to just post them on there, which is pretty easy to get people call you versus you being active to look for them.
How do we leave the positive review?
Okay, I'll have that in the email as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, guys,
Okay.
thank you so much, and I'm looking to see you guys on Saturday with some deals.
Hey,
okay?
Mike, thanks for everything you do, man. Appreciate you even going out there and helping so many people. It's really a pleasure to get to meet you, man. Thank you very much.
Man, the pleasure's all mine, man. I want to hear your success story, dude.
We got to do it, man.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I want you on my channel and tell other people because that's how we can move forward.
For
freedom.
sure.
All right. Appreciate it, Mike.
Yes, sir. Have a great night, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.